What's up, Shadow Mod? KaiFrozt at you with another video. You know, we trying to keep it a little bit versatile in the realm of reality. So we're gonna dive right into this video. No hesitation. This one, what is divination? The last one is what is grounding. So in case you want to know what divination is, to start studying and researching on your own, here's the idea and definition, right? The practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. So what that means, um, it'll help bring clarity um, on obscure situations and circumstances. This is what we call the future, the unknown. The unknown can be scary if you're weak, you know, if you're not prepared to deal with whatever it may be that you cannot see, then of course you may be weak. Or being able to be destroyed by whatever you cannot predict, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that another video because that's kind of getting off topic. So we have 5 types of divinations I listed here. I want to call it my favorite, even though I have some of my favorite on this list. This is just the overall, yeah, just a quick little list. So you have number one. This list is not in any type of specific order or category. It's just a quick little list, okay? I don't I don't want to confuse anybody by giving like the top 5, or you know what I'm saying, like number 1 is the best type. That's not the case here. It's just there because it's there, not because it has any significance being there. Okay? Number 1 is tarot cards. What are tarot cards, you ask? Tarot cards are a divination that uses a set of graphic cards with symbols that require the one practicing the divination to follow a process that originated in Italy. Okay. There's different types of tarot decks out there, different type of graphics for the personal diviner. I think that's the word you call the one practicing it, diviner, right? They have different sets of I don't really practice tarot like that, so I can't really break down the process to you guys, but I know there's like eccentric cards and esoteric cards and stuff like that, where you have a set of royalty and a set of like chalice and wand, you know, cup, as well as tower, the empress, the emperor, and stuff like that. So yeah, do your research on that, because I think a lot of people might fall in love with that. It's quick, it's easy. Uh, Only if you know the process and what the cards they itself mean. Um, Number 2 is astrology. Astrology uses planets and their cycles as a way to clarify current situations, as well as help predict future events. Um, a lot of people who practice astrology for divination have have like a way to like profile an individual based on what planets are in which house, and which planets are in what coordinates in the sky during birth, stuff like that. Yeah, I know a lot of people who do a lot of spell work, and certain people that practice witchcraft and stuff like that uses astrology to help them with that as well. Number 3 is Kartomasi. Kartomasi uses playing cards as a way to clarify past and future events in retrospect, as well as help predict future events. What this really means is um, some things that you have like a intuition for, or you can kind of sense something is happening in the future, but you haven't quite put your finger on it yet. That's what I mean by getting clarity of future events and past events. Because sometimes when you really think about past events, you still don't know what happened, or you know, or how that affects your present or your future, and as well as help predict future events, meaning it'll give you an idea of what might happen, you know. So keep that in mind. I think almost everybody practice the next one. If you haven't, that's okay. Number 4 is palmistry. This is a divination by reading the lines in someone's hands as well as the curves. Um, this one kind of gets deep for a lot of people, and I would say it's kind of accurate. Um, all it is, in a physical sense, is taking someone's biology and understanding how their biology affects their whole life, if that makes sense. It's like taking DNA strand and studying the genetic code. Um, but it's still kind of flawed. I wouldn't say it is flawed, but the reader might be flawed, or the reader might lack certain knowledge about the one they're reading, or um, the craft itself, the divination itself. Um, Number 5 is necromancy. Um, Necromancy is a divination that connects a living consciousness to a dead entity to communicate the requested information. Um, yeah, all of these divinations require you to be very careful. Like, do not enter divination unprepared, and being prepared just means having the tools necessary and the mindset necessary and the self-control and the self-awareness necessary. Okay. um P.S. All divinations require grounding before practice. It's highly suggested to where it's damn near required to ground yourself before practicing any type, any form, or any set of divination skills. Um, and that's that video. Remember, we do not own anything. Nothing in this life is permanent. Everything is temporary. You are more than what you can ever imagine yourself to be. You are more than what anybody can ever say you are. Okay? You are important. You are valid. You are very important. Know that. Thanks for watching your video. In case you haven't heard nobody say this, in case you don't believe it, in case you really strongly don't understand why I say this. I don't have to know you, don't even have to meet you, but I love you. Thanks for watching the video, Shadow Mod. Till next time.